welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 16:35 hours on Friday, February 15th, 2013, and I'm up in the ceiling where it's raining. You can see all the water dripping everywhere. And we've got drain tarps donated, and I'm installing these, and I gotta tell you, this is a fun time. And some of the water even lands on the tarp. I don't mind if water gets on the floor, but I do mind if water gets on the machines. So, next tarp goes over the machine. This is thrilling. Have I mentioned we need a new roof? We really need a new roof. So, yeah. Oh, look, we're dripping over here too. Isn't that great? Dripping everywhere. This is shit. Not having a good day. 17-20 hours, the first two tarps are in. It doesn't fix everything, but it solves the critical spots. There, you can see them up there now. There's the tarps. This is not a happy day. We need a new roof and we need it bad. I got goop on my hand. Goop on my hand. Oh, and that, see that? 7 foot 4 inches by 20 feet. Here, I'll show you what that's for. That's a dog. That's Omni the Wonder Dog. Omni the Wonder Dog! Best puppy in the world! Yay! Omni Dog, come here, let's show him what 7 foot 4 by 20 is. Omni Dog, you coming? Omni, you coming? Come on! Come on! Dog is not impressed. So this is 7 foot 4 high, this hole. And it's 20 feet wide. And I will show you. We'll go over here. It is exactly 20 feet wide. There, that hole. 7 foot 4 by 20. Which is a very big hole, but that's where I gotta build a wall. So I gotta find like a 7 foot sliding glass door, or whatever the normal height for a sliding glass door is. I know it'll fit in there. So yeah, I'll be back. Oh, hey, I want to show you this. Look, we have workstations, and they're working. And there are people working. Mitch actually does work. Amazing. Robin just draws pictures. She doesn't really work, but she does stuff.
I make cartoons.
You make cartoons, because like that's real work.
It is real work.
Yeah?
It's fun work.
You're not Korean though.
I'm not Korean.
You don't make real cartoons then. It's not really. All the real work of animation is done in Korea. Ask him, he'll teach you. He taught me that. All the real work of animation is done in Korea.
It is. They do like the in-betweening.
Yeah, for like every second of The Simpsons you see, it's like 6 years of work for 150,000 Korean dudes.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. Each dude gets 1 pixel on the screen. That's how they do it. Yeah. And they have like a huge room with 1,000. No, they have 1,080 rows of chairs. 760 chairs wide, something like that. Okay, 768 chairs wide, and each dude draws 1 pixel at a time. And it's they have to do it with Koreans because they're they used to do it with Germans, but it took them too long. But the pixels were all hand polished. It was the thing. Germans used to do it. We don't let them do that though after World War II. That and BMW. So this is the audio workstation. I really need a take-up reel. It's bugging me. And here's our audio rack. You'll notice some viewer donations in there. You might see something familiar, but this is the beginnings of our little audio rack, just getting things started. So, it's the beginnings. Huh. What are you doing?
Plugging in Sony's battery so we can actually...
Is this the battery charger stand?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
It's been for some time.
Okay. We need, hey, you found the black case!
I found it yesterday. You just didn't want me to dig it out for some reason.
Okay. You could put this there and use it as a battery charging stand. Though it's pretty cool as a printer stand.
Big for a battery charger station.
It's good for a printer thing.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. I'll be back. so Paul,
Yes.
you got to tell the story of the
The heavy thing.
heavy things. What were they?
Growing up in Detroit, there, especially in the late 70s, early 80s, there's a lot of small companies related to the auto industry.
Okay.
One of the things that the auto industry needs is materials handling equipment. They need stuff to move other things around, like car doors and quarter panels and hoods and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I worked at a small, my father was like a big shot at a Chrysler plant. Like, not a plant director, but one step down. He was like a superintendent. And he knew everybody. And I was, first summer off after, first year of college, time for Paul to get a job. Well, let's get him something where he's actually going to do some work for a living. So he gets me a job at Beaumont Manufacturing. And what they did was, if you ever see, like on a flatbed truck, they'll have racks that are just filled with quarter panels. There'll be 20 quarter panels in this rack.
All right.
A transportation rack it's the width of a semi-truck flatbed trailer.
And they just stack them in vertically.
And the rack itself is 4 feet wide, and then they build it up however tall they need for the parts. They have channels on the end that rails will slide on, and they got like holes and pins to hold the rails in place. So they put rails on the bottom, rails on the back, they fit the parts in, and then they put a rail on the front side, and it holds all the quarter panels from touching each other.
Okay.
All right? When the parts are transported, they're done with the racks. Beaumont would buy the racks off the auto industry, strip them down, take them apart, fix all the dents and bangs and bends from the forklifts bashing them around, heat them up, bend them straight, repaint them, and then rebuild new racks containing the different parts, and they build that to order.
Okay.
These things were all made out of rather heavy gauge steel. It's better than 1/8 of an inch thick walls and 3x3 tubular steel for the corners. All right. It was me and one other kid. I don't remember his first name. His last name was Panston. But me and him were out in the summer, under the sun, building these racks.
You don't have to talk into that. You can sit up.
Okay.
You're fine.
On the end of the rack, you had an upright. You had to bolt these channel bars, and it's like channel steel, 5-inch wide. It's like half an I-beam cut down the length.
Okay.
There'd be 4 on each end. There's 2 on each end, 2 racks, 4 on each end. So I need 8 of these things altogether for one set that I was making. And it's an I-beam, effectively. 2 channels kind of back to back.
Okay.
You got one in the middle.
So it's 2 C channels.
It's 2 C channels, well 3 C channels. There's one long one and then 2 short ones on the back of the long one.
Okay.
All right. The short ones have all the holes in them, so when they slide the rail on, they put a pin through the hole to hold the rail in place in that channel. Well, I need 8 of these things, and I got to walk across the shop to get them because they're being put together by somebody else and being painted because, like, the racks were gray, these things were red, so they were coming from another place. So I had to go ferry these across, and I don't like walking.
Now, how far is it?
I don't know, 100 feet?
Okay.
Maybe? I mean, it's on the other. It's not a big shop, but it's like I got to go in the building and across the shop to go pick them up and then walk back with them. So I don't like walking. So you're starting out, you're carrying 1, and after a little while, it's like, well, I can carry more than 1. So you carry 2, and I carry 1 in each hand. And I got to the point where I was just, on the short rail, I would hook it with my finger. So I'd have, 1 finger hooked in each one, and I'd just walk with them.
Were you dragging them or
No, I was holding them up off the floor, so I'm walking with them. Well, I got a finger there and I can hook 1, and I got a finger there, little finger, I can hook another one. So okay, now I got 2 on each hand, so I'm carrying 4 of them, and I'm just walking with them. It's like, okay. And so I only have to make 2 trips. It's like, well, I'm carrying 4 with no problem. Let's see if I can carry all of them in 1 trip. So I did. And that was a little difficult. I had to stack them and make 2 stacks of 4, and then kind of do this and go walking with them. So I'm walking across the shop with 8 of these rails.
How many times did you do that?
I did that actually once because the foreman saw me.
The first time?
The first time, and
okay.
he freaked out. He told me that he was going to fire me if he saw me doing that again. He did not want me herniating myself on his shift. He was really ticked off. And I was like, I didn't understand what was going on. It was a little heavy. A little. He told me they were 55 pounds apiece. So I went and walked 440 pounds. I just picked it up and walked with it, and it was a little heavy. A little.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's like I went back to doing 4 at a time. So that's 220 pounds, just picking up and walking with it.
All day long.
All day long. And that was easy. The hard one was sometimes they had outriggers on the racks, and it's 9 foot long or whatever the width of the semi is, and that makes the rack wider by a foot on each side. So it's a big old piece of tubular steel with big end caps and like cross rails in the middle. That was more awkward because of how long it was, but it's like a 9 foot long barbell and you're walking with it, and I need 4 of them. So I carry those 2 at a time.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek!
Robot geek.
Physics geek!
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.